Now, if you found today's quiz difficult, what I would really recommend is that you go through Hebden, page 14, number 2. Those are some basic questions. That'll help you get like the basic kind of structure of it. And then you can move on to numbers 3 to 10. That'll give you a little extra practice. So if you found today's quiz difficult and you finished the stuff in our workbook, those are going to be really helpful. All right. And Hebden has worked answers in the back of the book. Okay, so if you need to redo this quiz, that's a really helpful place to start. All right. Now, today we are looking at metric conversions. And yesterday we did 1-step metric conversions. Today we're going to do 2 and more step metric conversions. And because you've already done more than 1-step conversions, these shouldn't be too bad. The main thing to remember is that the power of 10 goes with the prefix unit. I forgot I have another song for this. The power of 10, goes with the plain unit. And the 1 goes with the prefix. And there's a little song. Have you guys ever done a conga line? No? Okay, this is how a conga line goes. Everyone gets in a line and they go all the way around and they da 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 da. And guess what that little rhythm makes? The 1 goes with the prefix. 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 And guess what we are all going to do right now? Oh my God, yes we are. If you really refuse to do it, you will not remember it as well. So we're all going to get up and make a circle around the whole room. Okay? So we're going to go around here. So let's circle up. It's so nice. Okay, so everybody up. If you're uncomfortable with the motions and the singing, you can just walk around the room and listen to everybody else do the actions and stuff. Okay, here we go. So remember, it goes. The 1 goes with the prefix. 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 Everyone, the 1 goes with the prefix. 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 The 1 goes with the prefix.
I took a research on this.
1 goes with the prefix.
I was doing a quiz for conga.
1 goes with the prefix. Everyone.
The 1 goes with the prefix.
He told me that he was gonna
Prefix.
1 goes with the prefix.
1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix. 1 goes with the prefix.
We've done 1 around the room. You may go sit back down again.
I'm not. Go.
All right, so we're going to do these conversions with that in mind. So what we're going to look at is we're going to say, now, if I gave you a prefix unit, you would be able to convert it to a plain unit in one step. So if you go from prefix to plain, that's one step. If you go from plain to prefix, that's one step. But if you go from a prefix unit to a different prefix unit, so from a centiliter to a kiloliter, that's going to be a one-step, two-step process. Because we don't know a conversion factor between centiliters and kiloliters, but we do know conversion factors between centiliters and liters and kiloliters. Now, that being said, there will be one or two of you in here who will be like, well, a kiloliter is 10,000 centiliters. Well, God bless you if you know that, but if you don't, that's okay, right? Actually, it's not, it's 100,000. See, I even have to think about it, and I might be wrong even at that. Like, I would have to put my brain to it. So if you are really brilliant at that kind of thing, let's see, 1 liter, that's 1,000 kiloliters, and there's 100, yeah, it would be 100,000, yeah. But like I said, it's hard for me to think of that. So if you're really good at that, please feel free to do it in one step, but most of you will want to do it in 2 steps. So you always take the prefix unit, convert it into the plain unit, right? And if you have a mountain range over here, if you've got some mountains, right? We've got, trying to draw a mountain, it's not working. How do I draw a mountain? There we go, right? And we've got some snow on the mountain, right? Here's a mountain. And then there's the valley in the middle. And then over here we have another mountain with some snow on it. Guess what this is in the middle? This is a plain. Yes? So what goes in the middle? The plain unit. Yes, the plain goes in the middle. All right? So when we're doing metric conversions, if I've got a prefix and I've got a prefix, I have to first convert to the plain unit and then convert to the other prefix unit. Okay? So let's try this out. And this example is on your page, but I've got it over here. So we want to know how many decigrams there are in 0.3700 micrograms. So let us map this problem. We are starting with 0.3700 micrograms, and we want to end up with decigrams. If we are starting at a prefix and we want to get to another prefix, what do we have to go through in the middle? We have to go through the planes. Okay, so the prefix unit, right? We've got our prefix here. Then we're going to convert to the plain unit. What's the plain unit? Grams. Okay, so the plain unit is one without a prefix. All right, and then we can, so we go to the plain unit, and then we can go to the other prefix unit. Okay. Now let's remind ourselves, what does micro mean? Micro means 10 to the -6. Deci means 10 to the -1. All right. So let's start. We have 1, 2 steps. That means we're going to have 2 conversions. So how many decigrams? And we're going to start with 0.3700 micrograms. And we have 2 steps, so we're going to draw 1 line, and then we're going to write times and draw a second line, okay? What do I need to put on the bottom? Tell your partner, what do I need to put on the bottom of that first conversion factor? Micrograms, yes, yes, yes. And on the top? Grams. The micrograms will cancel out, so you need to show them canceling out, okay? Now, micro means 10 to the 6, 10 to the negative 6. Where does the 10 to the negative 6 go? Does it go with the gram or with the microgram? It goes, well, where does the 1 go? The 1 goes with the prefix. Oh, look at that. The 1 goes with the prefix. That means you don't have to think about that anymore. You can be like, well, if the 1 goes with the prefix, then obviously the 10 to the negative 6 has to go with the gram. Yeah? I also want you to just think about it as well. So if you accidentally write it the wrong way, let's think about what this would say. If I wrote 10 to the negative 6 micrograms, remember micro means 10 to the negative 6, 10 to the negative 6 means micro. So this means micro. So that would be a microgram. Yeah? So that's kind of crazy. You don't want to have a microgram. So you just want to have a microgram. Okay, second conversion factor. We're now at grams and we want to go to decigrams. What unit must go on the bottom? Grams. And what unit should go on the top? Decigrams. Where does the 1 go? With the prefix. So does it go on the top or the bottom? It goes on the top. And deci means 10 to the negative 1. So the 10 to the negative 1 goes with the gram. Okay? And then we do this and we get... You can plug this into your calculator, or you can do it this way. This is how I like to do it because I'm lazy and I don't have a calculator. Well, I do, but I'm going to be lazy anyway. 0.3700 times 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the, if I want to bring this up into the numerator, I make it 10 to the 1. You don't need to know how to do that. You can just use your calculator. But you know, sometimes we forget our calculator, and that's kind of handy, which gives me 0.3700 times 10 to the, what do I do when I'm multiplying 2 powers of 10? I add the exponent, so I would get 10 to the negative 5. That is not in scientific notation. So I would move my decimal place over 1 place, 3.700 times 10 to the, this one got bigger, so this needs to get smaller by 1 power of 10 negative 6. There we go. And when you get to the end, make sure you say, oh, do I have a unit? And go through and say, I canceled micrograms, I canceled grams, and now I'm left with decigrams. Is good? Okay. Would you like one more example, like a rate kind with a unit on top of a unit? Let's do that. Here's a complicated example. Remember, we never want to have this thing written as a slash. We are going to want to rewrite that as 352 megagrams per kiloliter equals, we don't know how many, nanograms per centimeter cubed. We're going to start by doing convert the top, convert the bottom, and then divide. Convert the top, convert bottom, and then divide. If you want to do it all in one line, that's fine. I will show that to you as well once we've done it this way. So here we have the top. Well, on the top, we are wanting to find the number of nanograms, and we are starting with the number of megagrams. Now, if I want to go from megagrams and finish with nanograms, I have a prefix and a prefix. What has to go in between the prefix and the prefix? The plane unit. So megagrams is going to turn into grams, and then grams can turn into nanograms. All right. So this is a two-step conversion. So we have 1, 2. What does mega mean? Mega means 10 to the 6. Nano means 10 to the negative 9. Nano, tiny. Okay. I've got megagrams on the top, so I need to put megagrams on the bottom. Megagrams. And that means now I'm converting to grams, so grams have to go on the top. Now, when you're doing metric conversions, think, where do I put the number 1? The 1 goes with the prefix. So does it go with grams or does it go with megagrams? Megagrams. And that means what number goes with grams? Mega means 10 to the 6. So that's going to be 10 to the 6 grams, because what's happening here is that megagram, yes, 10 to the 6 means mega. So I have a megagram on the top and I have a megagram on the bottom. Those two things are equal. Remember, a conversion factor must always be equal, top and bottom. Okay. So we've converted megagrams into grams. Now we need to go from grams to nanograms. Grams are on the top, so grams need to go on the bottom to cancel out. And that means I need nanograms on the top. And the 1 goes with the prefix. And because nano means -9, what do we put with the gram? -10 to the -9, right? And that's because nano means 10 to the -9. So I have 1 nanogram is a nanogram. Yeah? Try plugging this in on your calculator and see if you can get the correct number, just to make sure your calculator skills are up to scratch. Okay? While you do that, actually, I will do that as well. 352. If you do not get times 10 to the 17 on your calculator, let me know and I can come over and help you with your calculator. Anyone need a hand with their calculator? We're okay? And if any of you want a better calculator on your phone, Calctastic is free. I believe. And it's a good scientific calculator. Like, it actually looks like a real scientific calculator. It doesn't look like this garbage, calculator that comes with your phone nonsense. Okay? So Calctastic is a pretty good calculator app, scientific calculator app on your phone. All right, we've done the top. Let's do the bottom. And by the way, if you're wondering what your homework is going to be, because we might run out of time right at the end and I don't want to, you're going to do page 21, number 17, all in Hebden. If you would like a copy of Hebden,
for any grade 12 students who are interested in applying to have applied.
Okay, we're not actually done. Don't put stuff away. Okay. Now, the bottom. I'm going to do the bottom really, really quickly. All right? So we're starting with kiloliters, and we want to finish with centimeters cubed. So the prefix unit has to convert into the plain unit before we can go to a prefix unit. Why did I choose milliliters? Because 1 milliliter equals 1 centimeter cubed. Okay, so if you need to go to centimeters cubed, you need to first get to milliliters. All right, and so what I would do is I would say I have 1 kiloliter times, and I got 1, 2, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps. Kiloliters cancel, and I want to find liters. Liters cancel, and I want to find milliliters. That's a liter. My pen is misbehaving. And milliliters cancel, and I want to find centimeters cubed. Now, I know there's 1 centimeter cubed per 1 milliliter. I actually happen to know there's 1,000 milliliters per 1 liter. And I also know that there are 1,000 liters in 1 kiloliter. All right, so you can go through and you can say that would be 1 million. 1 times 10 to the 6 centimeters cubed. Then you would take these nanograms and you would divide by those centimeters cubed and you would be done. Okay, homework is Hebden, page 21, number 17, all of it. Don't forget, if you borrowed a calculator, please return it. I'm kind of running low, so somebody must have some somewhere.
Hi, hello. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, okay. I know your lunchtime is valuable.
That's okay.
This morning I talked to my math teacher, and
Yes.
I don't need to go to flex tomorrow morning.
Okay,
So should I come in tomorrow morning?
you can, but if you want to stay at lunch today, that's also fine. I'm good with that.
Oh, that's okay. I'll come in tomorrow.
Are you
morning.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to go in early.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Wonderful. Hi. Oh, thank you so much.
I don't remember the first.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
And also the.
Ah, yes. I'm going to just put that on here. Equipment A. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you. I actually showed a conga line on a video last year and I got a copy strike.
Hey, that's bad. Can you mic this? I just need
Yeah.
to see if I got that one wrong again.
Okay, stop.